I went through a little bit of an illness back in 2008, and I didn't work for about 8 months. And I had a novel that I had been working on for like 10 years. And because I was home and had the time, I spent a lot of time messing with that. And one day I just looked at it and I realized it's done. I've written a complete novel. And I thought it was pretty good. So then I went about the traditional process of trying to find a publisher. And I sent it out, got lots of rejections, and then I found a publisher. And I thought, wow, somebody's going to publish my book. And I was very excited about that until it got down to the details. The publisher was only going to pay me 15%, which I didn't know any better. The fact of the matter is I now know that publishers in both literary publishers and music publishers have been ripping off artists forever. And it's something that's really not doesn't need to be, but that's the way it is. The story that I had written, the novel I had written, it was called For What It's Worth. It's a Vietnam era story, and to make the story more interesting, I used a lot of song quotes from the 60s and 70s. Well, when I went to the publisher, they told me that I either had to take those song quotes out or pay for the rights to use them myself. And it totaled to about $20,000. And I'm thinking to myself, that's what the publisher does. They pay for things like that. They're the ones making the big bucks. So they should be paying for things like that. But they wanted me to just take the quotes out, which would have ruined the book. So that book now is just sitting on the shelf. I got out of that contract, and the book itself may never get published. This book, I didn't even go looking for a publisher. I took a class at Flathead Valley Community College, taught by Carol Buchanan, who is a Spur Award-winning author herself. And she had gone the route of publishers and had turned herself into a independently published author. And she taught a class on how to do that. And I took her class, and I did exactly what she said to do, and I produced a first-class book.
All right, so I want to talk about my personal experience as a writer. I decided to go to school to pursue creative writing, and unfortunately I wasn't incredibly happy with my education. I learned a lot of really valuable things, but I think the one thing that was really missing the entire time was teaching people how to put their work out there and how to get published, or even, just how to get readers. And, it wasn't until after I graduated that I learned that you could literally just build your own website and you could just put your own work up on Amazon. And that as long as you had a good story and that it looked professional because it was edited and you had something like professional photography or a professional cover, that, you could market yourself. I think that there's something really special about self-publishing because it teaches you, it gives you the resources you need to keep going with your career. So you never have to worry about, someone hiring you or, finding someone else to hire on as a publisher and editor. If you can do all of that yourself and you have the skills to do that yourself, then you have a long-lasting career. And you'll know that, that you put yourself out there in the world to be discovered, and that, that you'll have a lasting impact on that world.